part of the team working at the bread house. Indeed, we make bread. Making bread, we bring people together. We make so that they meet, share thoughts, dreams. We use the bread, the phenomenon, as phenomenon that brings people together. It's an intrinsic Bulgarian tradition, and stepping on this Bulgarian tradition as a firm foundation, we decided that it would be a wonderful way to disseminate integration. We started back in 2016 as a good practice for successful social inclusion of different groups of refugees, and we need to socialize. That is our logo, and indeed we try to include people to, regardless of their age or origin. We are part of an international community. We are part of the association, the International Council on Self-Initiated Communities, Associations. We need uh, flour, water, and a table to bring people together. We don't need sophisticated premises or environment. It's not difficult to provide for the integration within society. That's the main principle. Furthermore, through this idea for social entrepreneurship, people can set up successful businesses, partnering with other community groups. Very often, we do everything together. We take democratic decisions as to what happens when, what topic should the event follow, and I would like to extend our gratitude to Multiculti Foundation or the Refugee Women Association. We always partner with an organization that is in direct contact with our target groups. So we make bread in order to include people into society. Very often people from refugee groups or migrants don't have places, venues, sites to meet at. And the bread house is one such place. They get together, they talk to each other, and people do take big pleasure into coming to our events. Additional to this, local community has a platform to meet migrant community. When we bring people together at the bread house, it's extremely easy. Language barrier can be overcome very easily because we have translators and interpreters, and people speak their own language. However, they can communicate with others, and it's not difficult to break cultural barriers and stereotypes, provided the idea that we are diverse. However, we all made of the same material, the dough, and through bread we can change our shape. We can be kneaded into a bread that will be liked by everyone. So the idea is to have participants regardless of their age. We work with children, adults, youths, mothers with children, or young adults. This is one of our projects that was started together with the Council of Women, that's financed by the High Commissioner. And that's the idea. We are all made out of the same dough. Children got together on several separate occasions. They made bread. The idea was for them to speak their own language or to try to learn some Bulgarian words. We encouraged the dialogue between children through our methods. That's the breadcrumb theater, and or through making role play demonstration. And indeed, it's very easy to break stereotypes in this way, something that we didn't think was possible, but it is. Another project that we worked until the end of this last year, that's the bread bakery Bakers Without Borders, that's financed by the Japanese Foundation for Peace, Nivano. We worked with the main communities, Jewish, Armenian, and Turkish community, migrant community, refugee. We, on regular basis, got them together with the Bulgarian young people, and so it was a platform for improvement of social and language skills. And it was indeed a pleasure to see how such an easy practice such as bread making can facilitate to a great extent a sophisticated process such as integration. Now, in this next project, we had refugee women presenting their traditional recipes from the countries of origin. They told us about the preparation of different dishes, and in this way we empowered women for 2 hours only. However, they took great pleasure in this because they acted as facilitators, sharing their skills, knowledge, and also they would come out of their usual format of existence and a circle of close ones. It was excellent, and it was a great opportunity for interaction, collective activities. People would learn for different exchange and traditions. We continue working with multiculti in another project that's called Diverse Together, Sharing Bread and Stories, financed by Foundation Plovdiv 2019. We have amateur chefs and cooks that not only share their recipes but also stories. All participants draw in dough, and they would ask questions to the facilitators, to the cooks, and this would provide for a wonderful conversation. Sharing stories is indeed an interesting method. Another project of ours is for women with children. In this format, women would prepare their homemade recipes. The project is called As at Home. We learn, we play, again in cooperation with the Council of Women, Refugee Women in Bulgaria. Children would find this very entertaining and relaxing. They found it interesting to talk about their dreams, their ambitions and aspirations. In this way, we were able to improve their language skills and also their self-confidence feeling, and that's reinforcing their self-confidence is means of support that is much needed by these communities. Another project is the Bakers Without Borders, and that's interesting game for social entrepreneurship. That's Create Your Own Bread House, and that's a project for ideas becoming socially oriented businesses. It does not only speak of how we make bread, but also how bread making can be made can be used as a metaphor for creating something that will later on turn into a team, into a business, and young people can thus realize for themselves how they can make their dreams come true. Again, this project is financed by the Japanese Foundation for Peace, Nivano. We continue work on all of these projects. I omitted to say that we have been awarded for Project of the Year the Tulip project, and I thank you very much for this recognition to all of you who participated in the assessment, and I hope we'll be as successful as before in the projects to come. Thank you very much, Milena.